I was playing 2 nights ago in Dallas, and after the show, somebody came up and they handed me a beer. And to them, that is a sign of, I'm a big fan, here's a drink. Most people can drink socially responsible, but there are those few of us that can't.
Austin's drinking culture takes center stage during South by Southwest. A seemingly endless supply of alcohol is a fixture during the festival as musicians navigate the crowds and the chaos to perform for fans.
From basically the beginning of my South by to the end of my South by is sort of the perfect thing to show the drinking culture. People are handing you, hey, do you want a beer? Do you want this? Da, 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 da.
Jeff Plankenhorn has played the Austin music scene for close to 2 decades.
I had always been able to keep a grueling schedule, and I liked it. But the substances and the drinking, they got in the way of that eventually. And that's what happens. And I found out through, wrecked relationships, family problems, and problems with my career that it was time. And I was really lucky to find out before I had done irreparable damage.
Hey, this is Brad at the Sims Foundation, and I just wondered how you were doing and how you were feeling.
In Austin, we have the Sims Foundation. They provide mental health and recovery services to Austin musicians.
Last year alone, more than 5,000 people in the Austin music industry reached out to Sims for help. Director Heather Alden says while musicians aren't more likely than others to struggle with addiction, their passion puts them in the line of fire.
I think proximity to alcohol and drugs is a big part of it. It's, being on tour away from your support system. Questions of where your next paycheck is going to come from. You're trying to put out your art at the same time trying to make a living in a city that has become extremely unaffordable for musicians and music industry professionals.
The recent Austin Music Census highlights that financial strain. It shows a third of local musicians earn less than $15,000 a year, and 75% earn below the average local wage. A high-stress job is a risk factor for addiction.
I think some people think, oh, well, a musician just shows up, gets up on stage and plays for 45 minutes or an hour and they go away. And that's not at all what happens for a musician. It's a very physically and mentally and emotionally grueling occupation.
Fortunately, this city has a unique setup to help folks in the music world with both mental and physical health challenges. Several nonprofits work together to meet those needs.
Sims was created. Years later, HAM was created, and now there's Austin Music Foundation, Black Fret, and we all work together to create this sort of support ecosystem for musicians.
Hey, thanks for having us. I'm Jeff Plankenhorn.
It's not always easy staying on the straight and narrow in the music world. Plankenhorn is proud he's on his 5th year of sobriety.
It's constantly being kind of pushed at you as this is a reward for what you're doing. So, the temptation's 100% there. You're in bars. So you have to learn. You have to get tools for these situations, and you can learn how to do it. By saying there's stuff out there, maybe I'm able to point somebody else in that direction.
Thank you very much.